Pharmaceutical legislation in India. So what is pharmaceutical legislation? Law intends to regulate and control various aspects of social life. The aspect may be classified as social, economical, and political legislation. The pharmaceutical legislation is such a mixed legislation which overlappingly covers both social and economic aspects of the society. The purpose of pharmaceutical legislation is to ensure that the patients receive drugs of required quality, tested and evaluated for safety as well as efficacy for their intended use. It means the pharmaceutical legislation is associated with the health of the society. Origin of pharmaceutical legislation. At the first time in India, a chemist shop was opened in about 1811 by Mr. Badgett, who came to India with East India Company in Calcutta. After 100 years, this firm started manufacture of tinctures and spirit. Another firm, Smith, Steinstreet and Co. started apothecary shop in 1821 and commenced the manufacturing in 1918. Bengal Chemical and Pharmaceutical Works, a small factory, was started in Calcutta in 1901 by Acharya Prafulla Chandra Rai. In 1903, under the leadership of Professor T. K. Gazar, a small factory at Parle was started, which led to the development of other pharmaceutical unit, the Ambali Chemical Works Limited at Baroda. These units were not sufficient to fulfill the requirements of Indian public. In those days, most of the medicines were being imported from abroad, mainly from UK, France and Germany. Then the situation was changed. With the First World War, cheaper drugs were imported from abroad. There was also increasing demands for indigenous drugs. The Indian and the foreign concerns entered in competition with imported medicines producing cheaper drugs. As a result, unhealthy competition grew up and the Indian market got flooded with inferior, substandard, and even harmful drugs. With this issue, the public made the government to take notice of such situation of drug trade and industry and to think of introducing effective legislation to control the import, manufacture, distribution and sale of drugs. In those days, Opium Act 1858, Poisonous Act 1919 and the Dangerous Drug Act 1930 were in existence, but these acts were not comprehensive enough to control the prevailing choices and regrettable conditions. Thus, as such, there was no legal control on pharmacy profession at the beginning of this century. With rapid expansions in pharmaceutical industries and market, more comprehensive legislation was required. Hence, to have a comprehensive legislation, the Indian government appointed a drug inquiry committee under the chairmanship of late Gol R.N. Chopra in 1931, and it was also known as the Chopra Committee. The committee was asked to make inquiries in the said manner and then to make recommendations for smooth control of manufacture, import, distribution and sale of drugs in the interest of public health. So, the recommendations of Drug Inquiry Committee are: the committee submitted a comprehensive report with about 90 recommendations. The main recommendations are as follows. The committee recommended the formation of Central Pharmacy Council and the Provincial State Pharmacy Council, which would look after the education and the training of the professionals. These councils would maintain the register containing the names and the address of the registered pharmacist. In the recommendations, the Drug Inquiry Committee suggested the creation of drug control machineries at the center with branches in all the states. The committee also recommended the establishment of a well-equipped central drug laboratory with competent staff and the expert for an efficient and the speedy working of drug control department. It was also suggested that the small laboratories would work under the guidance of Central Drug Laboratory. Due to Second World War in 1939, there was delay in introduction of legislation as per the recommendations of Drug Inquiry Committee, which was considered as urgent by Indian government. Finding the government reluctant to implement the recommendations of Drug Inquiry Committee, the demand and the pressure from the public was increased to implement the said recommendations. Ultimately, an import of drug bill was introduced in 1937 in Legislative Assembly to control import of drugs. The government preferred to refer the bill to Select Committee. The bill was limited only to the import of the drugs and the question of the manufacture and the sale of drug was left untouched. Hence, the Select Committee pressed for comprehensive legislation not only to control imports but also to control and regulate manufacture, sale and distribution of drugs in the country. Scope and objectives. As a result, Drug Bill was introduced in 1940 in Legislative Assembly. After considering the report of Select Committee, Drug Bill 1940 was passed. It came into force as Drug Act 1940 after 7 years, that is, in 1947. Since then, the Drug Act has been amended many times, and at the present, the Act covers the provisions related to drug, cosmetic, Ayurvedic, including Unani and the homeopathic medicines. The present Drugs and the Cosmetic Act is an improved version over the Drug Act 1940. The main object of this Act is to regulate the import, manufacture, distribution and sale of the drug and cosmetics. The central government has made a number of rules for the manufacture, distribution and sale of drugs and cosmetics in India entitled the Drugs and the Cosmetic Rules 1945. This Act and the rules were amended from time to time. With the achievement of independence in 1947, the rest of the required enactments were also passed following the recommendations of Drug Inquiry Committee. The Pharmacy Act 1948 was passed with the object to regulate the profession of the pharmacy. In 1954, the Drug and the Magic Remedies Act was passed with the main aim to control certain type of advertisements relating to drug and to prohibit certain kinds of advertisements relating to magic remedies. The Medical and the Toilet Preparation Act 1955 was passed providing for the levy and the collection of the duties of the excise on medicinal and toilet preparations containing alcohol, opium, Indian hemp or other narcotic drugs and narcotics. The central government has framed certain rules under the provisions of this Act, called as the Medicinal and Toilet Preparation Act 1956. Under the Essential Commodities Act 1955 and in separations of the Drug Price Control Order 1979, the central government made the Drug Price Control Order 1987. In 1985, the Narcotic Drug and the Psychotropic Substance Act was passed, along with the rules repealing the Dangerous Drug Act 1930, Opium Act 1987. The main object of this act is to consolidate and amend the laws relating to narcotic drugs and to make stringent provisions for the control and the regulations of operations relating to narcotic drugs and the psychotropic substance and for the matters connected therewith. The Preventions of Illicit Traffic in Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substance Ordinance in 1988 is supplemented to this act. There are also some other enactments which are directly or indirectly related to manufacture, distribution and sale of drug and pharmaceuticals in India. These are the Industries Act 1951, the Industrial Employment Act 1946 and rules, Industrial Dispute Act 1947, Factory Act 1948, the Indian Patent and Design Act 1970, the Trade and the Merchandise Mark Act 1958, the Epidemic Disease Act 1897, Shops and the Establishment Act of respective states. So these were the acts which comes under the pharmaceutical legislations. Thank you.